Ano kami ni Kuya Kim, we talked about this. Pareho kaming siklista, pareho rin kaming nagmumotor. So, we both agree na kailangan may maximize. And sana may compromise.
Sige po, baka po pwede with your help na mapaliwanagan po, particularly yung mga biker and mobility group. Kasi po, every time na mag-a-attempt kami to reconcile po yung dalawang grupo, even sa Commonwealth, nag-try po kami. Puro bashing po ang inaabot namin at puro po yun nga, bashing.
I also bike to work actually, no? But I don't use EDSA. Pwede, kung gusto ko madali, EDSA lang, tuloy-tuloy, andito na ako. Pero I can use the secondary roads, no? Mas hindi pa hindi pa mausok. So, dapat lang maging ano tayo kapag we have to be practical as well. So, siguro we'll help you. Kami ni Kuya Kim, we share the same sentiments. Biker din kami, pero we just have to think of the greater good of everyone. Di ba? Dapat lang gano'n. Last, yung ngayon, bare months na, naranasan na naman natin ang unti-unting pagbigat ng transmitter. Ano po mga preparasyon sa ginagawa ng MMD upang hindi mahirapan mga motorista at commuters ngayon papalapit na Pasko?
Well, bukas po may meeting kami sa mga malls. Mall operators, pinag-a-adjust po namin sila ng oras, nagre-request po tayo, pati deliveries, pati po yung mga road diggings, pinagbabawal muna po natin yan during Christmas season. At ganoon din po, may mga traffic measures po tayo, lalo-lalo na po sa mga malls, dahil po, alam naman natin, marami pa rin po sa ating mga kababayan andito namimili sa Metro Manila, lalong-lalo na po pag weekends. So, pinaghahandaan po natin yan, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Anyway, guess that's about it, no? Thank you very much, Chairman, sa inyong mga bago innovations, lalo na yung street light, nakikita ko naman yan, no?
Apo.
Thank you, lalo na yung EDSA and Ross Boulevard, yung mga may thoroughfare. Yun na lang po yung request ni Chairman Sherwin Gatchalian, yung po sa
Sige
airport
po,
area, medyo madilim talaga eh.
Yes po.
And
We'll prioritize it po.
It doesn't give a good impression of the country, so please prioritize that.
May isasubmit na rin po kami, narinig ko po kasi kanina nagtanong kayo ng mga wish list. So, I will take this opportunity, Your Honor, to submit our own wish list po.
Sige, actually, sige, that's the reason why we have this committee hearings para po yung mga programa that were not included or approved by the DFBM to the National Expenditure Program. At least kung talagang kailangan, then we can justify and we will get the budget from somewhere, no? Kasi zero-sum dito, hindi ka pwede magdagdag lang. So, babawasan namin yung iba siguro and then we'll add.
Apo, salamat po. Especially dito po sa NCR, I understand this year alone, meron pong 35 billion allocation ng flood control project dito po sa NCR. And meron lang po kami mga request, particularly yung rain catchment. And yung isa pong importante siguro na i-request namin, Your Honor, is yung drainage master plan po para sa Metro Manila. Ito naman po ay multi-year project, 2 years po to complete. Dahil kayo nasabi nyo nga po kanina, dapat po yung mga drainage ng bawat LGUs ay nag-uusap. Dapat po mayroon tayong sariling biblia ng drainage po dito sa Metro Manila para yung pong sa San Juan hindi mataas, yung dito sa kabila mas mataas, so hindi po mag-uusap or magkakadugsong yung width, dapat tama po yung sukat. So hingi rin po kami ng suporta regarding that, Your Honor.
Yes, ayan, my experience, may nakita akong ganyan, mga hindi pala konektado. Di ba? Basta ginawa na lang yung project, basta lang may project, eh, kala ko may masabi, ngayon may ma-project lang. Yung iba, Diyos ko. Talaga nakakalungkot. Kasi, alam naman natin, may kumita eh, lalo yung kontraktor, okay na, pero sana gawin ng tama at maayos. Di ba? Sana naging mas maganda na yung ano natin. No? May mga hindi talaga nakakonektado eh, I saw that. Yun po, tsaka, well, that's about it. So since there are no more questions from myself and my colleagues, the subcommittee hereby recommends the fiscal year 2026 budget of the Metro Manila Development Authority. So, congratulations.
Thank you po. Thank you.
So now we move to the last but not the least, Metro Baguio City, La Trinidad, Tugon. Sablan, Tuba, and Tublay Development Authority. Napakahaba ng pangalan. Ma'am, sige po, if there are any, if you have a presentation, ASEC Dr. Maria Monica Costales.
We have a short presentation, Your Honor.
Yes, yung MMDA people are now excused.
With your permission, Mr. Chair, on behalf of the Metropolitan Baguio City, La Trinidad, Itogon, Sablan, Tuba, and Tublay Development Authority, we are honored to present our proposed budget for fiscal year. This briefing reflects our commitment to inclusive regional development, sustainable urban planning, and responsive governance across the BLIS corridor. We look forward to your guidance and support as we work together to uplift the lives of our constituents and strengthen the economic and environmental resilience of our community. On 30 July 2022, the MBLISTA became an agency through Republic Act number 11932. This development authority is set to serve as a unified management unit of the blessed areas, aiming to accelerate the social, economic, and political development, and improve the service delivery. We have a very long name, but we are called as MBLISTA. So the Metropolitan and the Development Authority, I guess, was patterned to MMDA, while the BLIST is the acronym of the 5 municipality and 1 city of the BLIST area. So for the appreciation of the chairman, this is the first time that MBLISTA will be able to propose the budget in the General Appropriations Act. Since the creation of the law in 2022, the first financial resource received was in December 2024. So, 10 months pa lang po, in the form of contingent fund from the Office of the President, and we are now using it as an operational budget. So similarly, with yung nauna po, the agency is tasked with the functions related to planning, monitoring, and coordination across the BLIST area, while preserving their autonomy for purely local matters. So as we can see in the slide, we serve its purpose as responsible in formulating plans, policies, activities, and projects. So we have 9 development areas, from urban planning until investment programming. We may also note that MBLISTA cannot fulfill these diverse services, thus the law allows us to have linkages with appropriate agency. So currently, Mr. Chair, we have 21 car agencies that is linked with us. So to take advantage of these institutional linkages, we have created standing committees for each of our service and function, and these committees will be chaired by the local chief executives of the BLIST, LGU, and their partner agencies. Since MBLISTA was just created in 2022. 2024 is one of the milestones of MBLISTA, because from an interim secretariat, which was handled by NEDACAR, or now DepDevCar, they have maintained the MBLISTA Council for since I think early 2000. DepDev initiated the approval of the PREX, or the Program Expenditure Classification in the Philippines, and they also established the Unified Account Code structure for MBLISTA. 2024 is also a notable milestone because we were granted the 36 plantilla positions that would organize the agency. Meanwhile, council meetings are regularly conducted wherein the mayors of these LGUs talk together about their common problems. In 2024, they were able to publish and select the Emblista Administrator or the Chief Executive Officer of the Emblista, to which I am the current or the first #1 employee, which is the Administrator. In 2025, using the contingency fund, we were able to do these activities. So for the institutionalization, we have personnel. So we have already endorsed the 3 senior managers to the Office of the President, which would head the 3 offices of the organization. We also have set up selection boards. Also, all 36 plantilla positions are now being floated for hiring. On June 2025, 4 months ago, we have procured our office space, which serve as our headquarters. And of course, for us to be institutionalized, we also have to set up our financial pass-throughs like BIR, GSIS, and so forth. So in terms of council and governance, we were able to re-elect to compose the Emblista Council from the newly elected mayors last May. Then we are up to date in terms of council meetings that we are conducting, and we have also written operation manuals for the council, and right now we have already written 11 council resolutions that is applied to the blessed area. So in terms of operations, despite that we have a very limited number of people, we have already participated in the disaster response and monitoring in the blessed area, and we were able to conduct a research on the effect of the prolonged closure of Cannon Road, one of the more famous road in the north. As shown in the organizational chart, we have a very simple organizational chart in which we are organized into 4 offices: the Office of Administrator, the Finance and Admin, the Operations Office, and the Planning Office. So these are the highlights of our major items in the FY 2026 budget. So of course, number 1 is we have to lay down the development of the master development plan of the area, so that we are going to lay down the foundation of where we would like to go. So this would serve as a guide towards socio-economic progress in the blessed area. So for this, we have related activities, which includes planning preparation, baseline of data, workshop, consultations with the LGU, and coordinative meetings. For the appreciation of the chairman, we also have listed 90 priority projects, which would range from midterm, you have also short and long term, in which it focuses on economic, environmental, social, tourism development plan, transport, and water supply and sanitation. As you will know, for the 6 LGU, they are now considered as 2 areas that is affected by traffic. So in the line of transport and traffic management in the blessed area, the DepDev has earlier identified the need to conduct the multimodal public transport study because of the growing population in Baguio City and La Trinidad. So the output of the study sets the groundwork for efficient, affordable, and reliable public transport system that eases congestion and improves accessibility across the blessed. For the capital outlay, the contingent fund did not allow us to purchase vehicles for capital outlay. So this is the first time that we would be proposing for a 2.1 million for 2 vehicles. And lastly, we have the investment fora. So for the investment fora, the project aims as a strategic platform to attract investors, promote regional development opportunities, and foster collaboration among stakeholders for the sustainable growth of the area. So in this connection, we have a series workshop and consultation with the LGUs. We also have the DTI, we have the SEC and Board of Investment. We plan to do this every year, and this year we also have conducted. So for the highlights of other features, it composes of capability building of both the development authorities personnel as well as LGU partners. And then, of course, we have agency meetings, both mid-year and year-end. Part of our deliverables is council meetings, that is full council and limited council. And then part of our monitoring and coordination meetings and project visit on sites would include the 245,000 for travel expenses. So if we're going to look at the fiscal year 2026, a comparison, we can see that the components are still PS, MOOE. However, the difference is that we're using the contingent fund from the OP since 2024, and since we were not able to expend it, then I think ibabalik po namin. Thus, we are proposing the 2026. For your appreciation, Mr. Chair, for the PS, it seems that it's very small because it was based on the number of field plantilla positions last April 2025. So for the variance of 29.2 million, that would account for all the 36 plantilla positions. And then for the MOOE as well as the capital outlay. Now, maybe napag-uusapan na rin natin po yung mga additional proposal. When we have, during the budget hearing at the House of Representatives, we submitted an additional proposal for the inclusion of funding of the completion of the 36 plantilla position, that is the 29.2 million, as a result of PS requirement. Also, we have proposed additional 19.3 million for MOE and 4.5 million for capital outlay. So summing up altogether, we would have a 73.4 million pesos for the fiscal year 2026. The reason that it is very conservative because we do not have any financial records or performance that we can see, and we have also observed that although we have already the accounts, but when we were operating, we have already the actual coordination. It seems that it was not yet reflected in the budget because of the absence of previous financial performance. That is all, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Ase Costales, the DBM recommended only 20.472 million for MB Lisda in 2026, a 62.49% cut from the 54.576 million originally requested. What are the implications of this major reduction on the authority's ability to fulfill its mandate under the RA 11932?
Of course, sir, our limitations would be, since we cannot see what lays ahead due to no previous activities, then we can see that whatever activities that we are going to propose may now be affected. Thus, for example, implications also is, since the release of our funds is very late, So even though we have activities that is lined up, but it's no longer within the fiscal timeline, so it also compromises our ability to provide the services that we are mandated for.
Also, the agency reports that only 2 of its 35 authorized positions are filled. Tama, no? Tama po ba? With most functions supported by contract of service personnel, how will the agency ensure the operational continuity and institutional capacity under these circumstances?
Under these circumstances, sir, is since we were able to recognize that not having institutional committees like Personal Selection Board, we have also the BAC has already compromised our ability to spend. So, ang ginawa po namin is we have hired contract of workers, JOs, and then for the BAC, we are very lucky that some of the agencies in the Cordillera Administrative Region has accepted our request for MOA so that they would stand as the BAC. So we foresee that if we have completed our key personnel, then all those organizational committees would be addressed. So we are predicting, sir, that since all our plantilla positions are moving at this point, then the full organizational complement is can already move by 2026.
Okay, with 3.765 million allocated for operations, mainly for policy formulation, transfer, and land use planning, what are the concrete deliverables expected by the end of 2026?
For
3.7?
yes.
Baba.
For 2026 po, our immediate deliverables are the master plan. Then we have also the feasibility studies for multimodal system. And then, ang nakikita ko po, sir, is since hindi pa nabuo yung comprehensive plan with 36 strength of the organization, we can already start with the identified feasibility studies as well as the researches that is already in line for both short, medium, and long term.
Can the authority provide updates sa development of the MBLIS Master Development Plan? Kasi parang ito and the multimodal public transport study, both key components of your 2026 operations. Tama po ba? Itong dalawa are ito yung main components. Just provide us, no? Send the committee. Considering its wide mandate on urban renewal, solid waste management, transport, would you support the creation of a special development fund for MBLISDA to enable sustainable financing similar to other metropolitan authorities? Would you support the creation of special development fund?
As of now, Mr. Chair, we cannot identify due to lack of benchmark. However, since we are in close coordination with the MMDA, since our inception, since early first quarter, we're already having an idea. However, with the lack of the planning officer, we could not execute such benchmark because of such. However, since we have already an ongoing recruitment for the planning office, component of the planning office, I am very optimistic that we would perform better on 2026.
Yung inyong absorptive capacity, probably that's the reason why it was cut again. Laging doon ang tinitingnan ng DBM and yung budget utilization, no? So, anyway, just submit if there's any more proposals or amendments that you may want to add, no, to improve your program and services in the agency. Since there are no more questions from this representation, the subcommittee hereby recommends the fiscal year 2026 budget of Metropolitan Baguio City, La Trinidad, Itogon, Sablan, Tuba, and Tublay Development Authority.
Maraming salamat po.
The hearing is now suspended. Thank you.